Hello students, welcome to DAV Moil Public School Sita Saungi e-learning class of Standard 10 Mathematics. I am your mathematics teacher Varun Chauhan, and today I'll teach you real numbers. So students, in real numbers we cover the contents, that is the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, revisiting irrational numbers and revisiting rational numbers and their decimal expansion. Students, in your screen you see the family of numbers. So actually numbers means the symbol or digits which we use for counting, and the numbers further divides into two categories, that is real numbers and imaginary numbers. So in 10th standard we'll learn real numbers. Real number which consist all rational and irrational number. Rational number consist fractions, integers, whole numbers as well as natural numbers. After the basic of real numbers, we cover the first topic, the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. The fundamental theorem of arithmetic states that the prime factorization for a number is unique if the arrangement of the prime factors is ignored. Prime factorization means express the given number to its prime product. For example, we can write 36 as a 2 into 2 into 3 into 3, where 2 and 3 are the prime factors of 36. Dear students, as you have already discussed the concept of LCM and HCF in your previous classes. So here we see the methods of finding LCM and HCF. So here is a first example, and that is to find the LCM of 36 and 56. So we'll see the steps to find the LCM. First of all, we'll factorize the 36 and 56. After that, in step 2, we take out the common prime factors. Then also we'll write the product of uncommon prime factors. And to find the LCM, we have to multiply product of common prime factors and the product of uncommon prime factors. So we'll get the LCM of 36 and 56, that is equal to 504. As you know, the method of prime factorization which we used in previous example to find the LCM of two numbers, similarly here also we have to find the HCF of two numbers by using this same method. So first of all we'll write the numbers, that is 20 and 24. Then after we'll factorize both the numbers and take out the common prime factors. After doing calculation, we get HCF of 20 and 24 is 4. Dear students, after LCM and HCF, we see the new topic, that is relation between product of two numbers and product of HCF and LCM, which are equivalent. So here we see A and B are the two positive integers, and the relation of the product of A and B is equal to the product of their HCF and LCM. Let's see the first example of relationship of product of two numbers, which is equal to product of their HCF and LCM. So the example is for 36 and 56, the HCF is 4 and the LCM is 504. So when we multiply 36 and 56, we get the product 2016. Similarly, when we multiply HCF of 36 and 56 to LCM of 36 and 56, we get the similar product, that is equal to 2016. Thus, we can prove the product of two given number is always equal to its HCF and LCM's product. Now, we start our next topic, irrational numbers. So, as you know, irrational number is nothing but the number which we can't express in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are the integers and Q not equal to 0. For example, under root 2, under root 3, under root 5, example pi, and so on. Dear students, let's see some interesting facts related with number theory. Suppose P is a number which divides A square. So P also divide A. For example, we can divide 6 square by 3. So we can also divide 6 by 3. The another result of number theory is the sum or difference of rational and irrational number is irrational. Similarly, the product and quotient of non-zero rational and irrational number are irrational. Similar, the last result is, suppose a root P is any irrational when P is a prime. For example, 7 is a prime number, so under root 7 is irrational. Dear students, here one of the method by which we prove the irrationality of a number. Let's see the example. Here will prove that root 7 is irrational number. So first of all, we'll assume that the root 7 is rational. After solving it, we arrive at some result and we see that our first assumption or our previous or initial assumption is wrong at some step, and we can prove that root 7 is irrational number. After revisiting to irrational number, let's see rational. So rational numbers which are expressed in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are the integers, but Q never equal to 0. For example, minus 1 by 2, 4 by 5, 1, 0 or minus 3. These all are the examples of rational numbers. Rational number is further categorized in two types, that is terminating and non-terminating. When we divide any rational, we get the quotient as a remainder with 0. So that is terminating. But when we doesn't get 0 remainder and the quotient is continuously going on, then that rational we consider as non-terminating decimal. Dear students, here we see the interesting method to check the given rational number is terminating or non-terminating. So, the method is like that: if A and B is a rational number, then its decimal expansion would terminate if both the following conditions are satisfied, and these are: first one is, first of all, we'll check the HCF of A and B is always 1. Second thing, B, which we call denominator, can be expressed as a prime factorization of 2 and 5, that is 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n, where either m or n or both can equal to 0. Dear students, see the solved example and try to understand the solution. Also write down in your maths copy. Dear students, note down the assignment and solve in your mathematics notebook. Thank you and have a nice day.